the veteran Chris Boswell, ready to get things going. And off we go from the Steel City. Raheem Blackshear on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, it certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen.
Right to the air goes Young. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
The motion man is Sanders. From the gun, it's Young. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. He'll work forward for a couple. The tackle there by Shai Tuttle. Second down and 8. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, Russ, he'll find his big target, Pat Freiermuth. He's going to be marked down short of the 45, short of the first down, and here comes third down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism Allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll try to run for it with Harris. And they've got it. Going to pick up the first down there. Right around midfield. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run. This is Jalen Warren.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
Over the last couple seasons, Mike, we've seen that safety position turn into a positionless type player, and I think you just saw why. It's hard to keep track of them all the time. They're fast, aggressive, and in this case, they go unaccounted for, results in a sack.
3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston to punt for Pittsburgh. Raheem Blackshear is set to return for the Panthers. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
A 2nd down throw for Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Out of a shotgun, Young. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. It's a 1st down and a gain of 13.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
try again. It's 2nd and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Young. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now Young. And that is incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They had to punt on their opening drive. No damage done as of yet. Still scoreless here, and they'll pick it up 1st and 10. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback, who looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
On the handoff, this is Warren. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Once again, it's Warren. Not much there, a yard or 2 down to the 48. The veteran Josie Jewell there for the stop. Third down, 3 to go. Wilson lines up in the pistol. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On 1st down, Wilson. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now Russ. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Panthers have it. turns this all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. And Greg, so frustrating for the receiver. With the catch, ready to gain some yards. Instead, it goes back the other way, and the defense comes away with a touchdown.
Yeah, catching the ball, Mike, is just step one of the process. After you catch it, you have to put it away and become a ball carrier. And that's where ball security kicks in. In this case, he makes a nice catch, tries to get his eyes downfield to run. They're able to knock the ball out. That leads to the turnover, which leads to 6 points.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Steelers offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And it'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Play is made there by DJ Wano. Here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Harris. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, we'll open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's Wilson. It's into the hands of Pickens once again. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
This one grabbed by Austin. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Again, Wilson. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Throwing again, Wilson. He'll go right back to Freiermuth. And the Steelers are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And he can't get away. Down he goes back to the 16. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. So we've reached the intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Patterson now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Gonna run out of the gun, and here's Harris. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Wilson. He dropped this down to Warren. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
On first down, right back to Harris. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. They'll give it to Harris again. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On third down, here's Wilson. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Get this drive started on the ground. It's covered. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Receiver in motion, headed left. Throwing on second down, Young. Back to the right, caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
On play action, Young. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
From the gun, it's Young. That's hauled in at the 2.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be...
And he's going to be taken down. Could not get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over. Stop on 4th and goal.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
The Steelers' offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Harris. And he's going to give ground and lose yardage here. Back to the 6.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And they bring him down, but what a play past the 45.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. That's Washington, the man in motion. On 1st down, it's Harris. He'll manage only a couple. The tackle there by Shy Tuttle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing is Wilson. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll try and get there on the ground. A gain there of 20. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. On the give, it's Harris. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man. It's Pickens. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A give, and here comes Harris. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. Takes it all the way down inside the 2. Sets up 1st and goal.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. They'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line, and now it is 4th and goal.
That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Could not get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over. Stopped on 4th and goal.
Yeah, I don't think this coach has much of a choice. I think he had to go for it. A field goal doesn't help you a whole lot. They're trying to take the lead here late in the game. But what a stand by this defense coming through, keeping them out of the end zone.
The Panthers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The motion man is Sanders. Back to throw, Young. Carrying that ball loosely, and defense has it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Here we go. 1st and goal. He'll run with Harris. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal. They're going to motion the tight end over here. One more time. It's Harris. Powering forward. He's in. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. A run. Here's Harris. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On second down, a run with Harris. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the first down chain, if he just catches that ball and turns upfield, they extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Velus Jones now on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Panthers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is Young. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Great job there defensively separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Panther first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
And the rush gets there. Down he goes. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game. Now, on 2nd and long. To throw, Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.
wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me?